Super Mario Odyssey! It's a new game, so let's start a new game. In the skies above Peach's castle is Mario wearing a clown costume flying on the back of a tiny dog wearing a hat. Hey internet, welcome to Glitchfest. Mario is here for his latest adventure alongside his trusty hat. Ah, jeez. I mean, it's not that bad. Okay, great. My hat is back, but now it's possessed by a hat ghost. On the bright side, this now lets us throw our hat to take control of random stuff. We can become a frog, and that's a great thing, because just 2 minutes into our adventure here, our first glitch involves frogs. I'm a clown now. Don't worry about it. So this glitch is a little tricky to do. You have to bonk a frog's head while they're jumping and then capture them right away. If you do manage to get it right, bam! We're swimming in the air. Now we can go wherever we want, swimming all over this little stage here. Unfortunately, there are walls and there's nothing particularly useful about this, but it's still fun to explore. I like looking up at the little windows. I think it just looks cool. If we jump, we'll lose our air swim and we'll fall to our doom. Let's try this glitch again, but instead of using it on the first stage, let's use it on the last one. If we hop into a frog and take control, we can come over to Lapras here and start the air swim. See this spot right here? We want to line up just on that, then when Lapras bobs up and down, it'll push us out of the water. We'll just kind of freeze in place. Doing this can be difficult because the frog controls are a little slippy, but once we get high enough, we can swim away. Now, how you're meant to beat this stage is you go up here, you go into this pipe, and play the most difficult stage in the entire game, which eventually brings you over there. I think you can see where this is going. Yeah, if we just start swimming, we can eventually go all the way to the other side and completely skip the hardest stage in the game. All we have to do is go over here and climb to the very top of the building, and the multi-moon will be waiting for us. It's only gray here because I've already collected this, but yeah, it'd be here. It'd be here. So that's cool and all, but what if we just forget the moon and we just keep swimming? Let's find out. So once again, I scoop-a-doodle up on Lapras and start flapping my little froggy legs through space. And then I swim right past the cliff here and just keep going. Eventually, we're so far away we can't even see land anymore. Actually, if we go back and forth, we can make it pop in and out of existence. The only thing left visible is the balloon from our ship, the Odyssey, and if we go far enough, even that begins to fade. As the last few pixels of the Odyssey fade over the horizon, we're left here alone in the vastness of empty space. So I decide to leap and begin to fall, but the frog doesn't croak. Instead, I just keep falling and falling. Eventually, I leave the frog behind and continue falling as good old Mario. But just how long can this go for? We'll check up on Mario later. Now let's head over to Seaside Kingdom. All over the place in this kingdom are these squiddly-doo enemies called gushin. And this part of the map in particular is this gushin, which is the most important one. You see, if we capture this gushin, take him over to the water, then squash him, in a few seconds when they reappear, they'll reappear pretty low. If we stand on the spot where that happens, it'll bonk them right into the ground, and we can capture them, and suddenly the laws of physics no longer apply to us. Yeah, we can just swim right through walls. This lets us explore all over the stage, taking in the beautiful scenery from a brand new perspective. Now, you may be wondering if we can explore infinitely. Sadly, we can't. The boundaries of the stage still apply, so we can only go so far. Oh well, but we're not done with Gushin yet. There's another glitch with him involving the Seaside Kingdom boss fight. You can do the glitch during that fight in Seaside Kingdom, or you can do it during the boss fight rematch later on, which that's what I do here. Now watch closely. You see when I drop off Gushin, he kind of bounces off into oblivion. So here's the plan. We're gonna drop off Gushin, and then right as he bounces off into oblivion, we're going to recapture him. And if we do it just right, we'll get stuck in this weird infinite bouncy loop. And at this point, the game is wrecked. You can't pause or leave the Gushin, or you can't do anything basically except for move the camera. It just keeps going up, and eventually we can no longer see any of the stage either. I actually left it doing this for over 10 hours straight, and it never got crazier than this, but hey, it's still pretty neat. Now, I already showed how to get out of bounds in Seaside Kingdom, but we can get out of bounds in other stages as well. For example, in Luncheon Kingdom, aka Best Evolution Kingdom, you can capture a Hammer Bro, or frying pan, bro. Then jam him into the wall right here, and you can go right on through. This is pretty limited, but hey, standing on an invisible floor, that's pretty cool. Making me feel pretty magical, game. Now we can also head over to Metro Kingdom, hop onto a scooter, and jam ourselves into this corner here. It's not easy, but if we smash our faces into the right wall hard enough, we can clip through the wall and be inside the building. We can explore a little bit here, but if we do this at nighttime, it's basically useless. However, during the day, there's actually a side mission behind this locked door that you normally have to wear a certain outfit to unlock. But who needs costumes when you can just jam your face into a wall on a scooter? We just clip inside, and now we can walk right into the stage here and I guess play some little mini games. Now over in the Mushroom Kingdom, we can once again use a scooter. I think driving on mushrooms is probably illegal, so instead let's drive over to this weird tree with a tail thing, and if we bonk ourselves onto it just right, it'll actually push us out of bounds. If we ditch the scooter, we can go into the water here and start exploring. As pretty much all of these out of bounds glitches are, not exactly useful and it's kind of limited, but it's pretty easy to do and it's fun. Now back in the Cap Kingdom, if we take control of a Paragoomba, then fly at this corner right here, we just go right on through. I mean, hey, it's a ghostly themed stage and ghosts can fly through walls, so I guess this is fitting. That's quite a few ways to get out of bounds, but we're not done yet. The true king of out of bounds is this guy here, Glidon. You know how in the last one the Paragoomba was a ghost? Well, Glidon, his butt is a ghost. If you capture Glidon and go up to just about any sharp corner in the game and carefully touch it with his butt, you'll go right through. It can be a tad difficult because the controls are a little floaty, but simply capture Glidon, find some corner, and start inching your way forward until your butt slips right through it. And this can let you explore all kinds of cool places. And the best part is if you shake your controller while gliding, you can actually keep a lot of your height, allowing you to explore even more. One really cool use of this glitch is to clip inside this cage here and grab the moon before you even break it. Ha! Now that's a glitch. Take that, game! Glitches are my art and my canvas is your face, game. Let's take a quick intermission from the big glitches to take a look at a bunch of smaller things. Some are still glitches, some are just cool tricks. Let's go. If we go up to this building and start the timer challenge, a key pops up. If you grab the key just as the platform vanishes, it can freeze you in the air. And yeah, that's it. If we take control of this dinosaur, look at that face! Then we come over here and bounce just right on this spring. We can leap all the way up to the boss fight. I call this Jurassic Parkour. If we go to Lost Kingdom and before doing anything, immediately open the camera and look behind us, we can see a Koopa back there, stuck in his T-pose. Maybe he's trying to do a TMNT version of the YMCA? Spotting Koopa in his T-pose in Lost Kingdom is the easiest, but you can do this basically anywhere. As long as you can get close to him without seeing him, then open your camera and take a peek, he's probably going to be there, stuck in that weird T-pose. Wait a second, Toad, that's not a real T-pose. But this is one, and that Toad is very happy. Man, that just looks uncomfortable. Do you guys think the Koopas are in T-pain? And you can even see an entire band in a T-pose. Look at the floor right there. You can see a T-rumpet. If we capture a gushin and then fly up here, grab the moon to restore our water supply, then fly over this way, we can get up to this platform. You're meant to go through this painting from another stage to get here, but we did it our own way. Here's kind of a weird one. If we enter two-player mode, have Mario toss a rock into a piranha plant's mouth and then capture it, player 2 can stomp the piranha plant and, destroy Mario. Yeah, I guess the universe is doomed now. Sorry, game. And then Cappy got stuck in a different piranha plant and my game crashed. Nice! During this boss fight, once you damage him, they kind of shout and toss you off. If you do it just right, you can throw your cap, dive, and then dive again, and actually get back on top of the boss. Then you can damage him again, rinse, repeat. Nice! During this stage, to get up top, you're meant to get inside this cave to this crazy lava section, then play all the way through to get to the other side. But of course, you can skip that. We just go over to the Sphinx here and hop on his head. Now, this is a bit tricky, but we butt pound and jump off of his head, then throw our cap and bounce off of that and go left. Do you kind of see this L shape right here? We want to head over to that and try to get to roughly this spot. Once we're here, we just do a wall jump and then wall jump off this other wall, and hooray, we're up top. And here, if we capture Bowser and die at the same time, the game crashes. Hooray! We can escort this Goomba to his Goomba lover an easy way by hopping on this little fruit and bouncing along. Cool. And to wrap up this intermission, let's go check on how Mario falling infinitely in space is doing. Seems okay, but if we pause the game... Oh boy. Mario, you okay, buddy? Yeah, the further we fall, the more messed up Mario gets, so let's check back again even later. Let's get back to bigger glitches. And it turns out there is a pretty big glitch that requires two things, a stack of Goombas and this heart power-up. So what we have to do is find the heart and then bring a stack of Goombas over to it like I did here in Bowser's Kingdom. Then we just kind of leave the Goombas behind, try to lure them on top of the heart, and then capture them. This will capture the Goombas and grab the heart at the same time, which, completely freezes time. Well, we can leave the Goombas behind, and throwing my hat just makes that freeze too for some reason. And we can now explore the frozen stage. And yeah, it's pretty weird. We can't pick up coins or interact with coin blocks. We can walk directly inside of enemies. Mario, enough of that, dude. Quit clowning around. Oh, geez, thank goodness the koi are still fine at least. Well, I can't get up here without Cappy, so there's not much to do. Let's just slide off the stage and, yeah, that's not supposed to happen. Now Mario is stuck forever falling once again. But hey, at least it looks pretty cool. Pretty. You can take our little dog pal and get him to dig up a heart. Then we just have to go find some Goombas, bring them back, and we can perform the glitch. And once we've done that, you can wander around and see our poor little dog pal frozen in place. Or you can spot Toad forever locked in sadness. And speaking of sadness, we can't walk inside the castle or into the shop, so that's kind of a bummer. Yeah, Mario, you may have your builder suit on here, but I don't think you're going to be fixing this one. So let's just jump into the abyss, take in the sights, and get locked in this weird green look forever. I mean, it's all worth it though. Seeing the bottom side of the Mushroom Kingdom is pretty dang cool. Next up, let's go chat with our bird pal, Talkatoo. But before we do that, let's space ourselves out just right, then toss our cap and talk to him. If we do it correctly, our hat will be like right up in his face when we talk to him. And then after talking to him, our camera gets stuck in place. Now we can still walk around and play the game, but it's really hard to see, and you can only interact with things that are actually on the screen, so you can't talk to someone in the middle of nowhere or anything like that. You can also complete challenges like this one here where you have to line up these Mario letters, and that kind of moves the camera. I mean, the camera is still frozen, but it's just in a different place now. A really cool effect is if you do this in Metro Kingdom, then walk over to the concert hall area, which considering our camera is stuck is easier said than done, but we can use our map to help. But if we get in there, it actually leaves the camera here, but it changes the look of the lighting. And doing so, let me take this beautiful screenshot, including Talkatoo's ridiculous face. Now you can do this Talkatoo glitch in any stage that has him, which is almost all of them, but I mostly messed around with it in my favorite stage, Seaside Kingdom. You can see some weird effects like Mario going up this water spout from this weird angle, or even playing volleyball with the camera stuck, which is really hard, although talking to most things will just kind of fix the glitch. But I tried talking to the shop and then leaving without buying anything, and that changed the camera angle. And I actually did this several times and it kept changing the angle, which I thought was super awesome. Once I got the camera to this spot, I went over and captured a gushin, and then I just kind of flew around with the weird camera. Pointless, yes. Fun, yeah. Right, I guess I should talk about that flying dog glitch I opened the episode with. Now this glitch is possible on any stage with the dog, which is a lot of them, but let's head to the moon because it's by far the easiest there. What we have to do for this one is make the dog jump by having them walk over a ledge or a bump, something like that. Then while they're in the air, you have to bonk them by jumping on them yourselves. Now if we do that, we jump on top of them while they're in the air before they hit the ground, the glitch is activated. Now if we want to go higher and higher, we just have to stay in the air long enough to allow the dog to jump again. You can do this by jumping and throwing the cap, stuff like that. And just do this over and over, you get lots of extra height. And because the moon has, moon gravity and crud, the jumps are really high, which makes this pretty easy to do here. I mean, look at the crud, look how stinking high up we are, man. But like I said, it could be done anywhere. Back on the Mushroom Kingdom, I brought the dog over to this rock, had him jump off, and bam! Now to stay in the air long enough for the dog to re-jump, we have to do a high jump throw the cap, and then butt pound. It is not as easy as it is on the moon. And the tricky part is you need to occasionally readjust yourself or you'll fall off like I did here. I really mean it when I say doing this on a non-moon stage is like 50 times harder. It's crazy difficult. So unless you've got a lot of time and a lot of tolerance for frustration, I would recommend just doing this on the moon. But if you really feel like it, you can use this glitch to get to some pretty high places, like this platform in Sand Kingdom like I did here. I actually couldn't find this painting normally. I was avoiding using any kind of walkthroughs and I just couldn't find it. So I just used the dog glitch and I got up there with that. Okay, to wrap things up, let's go take another look at Mario falling infinitely in space. Hey buddy, you okay? Cool, good. Yeah. Oh gosh. Alright everyone, that's all for this one. Thanks for watching. Hooray! I did a video! I want to give some quick shoutouts. So Tubal sent me that Bowser crashing glitch, which was awesome. Thanks so much for that, dude. Also, QuietPlease90 on Twitter sent me the dog moon glitch jump thing. So thanks a ton for that, man. That's an awesome glitch. Also, thanks to Aquana. I asked him a lot of questions. Probably annoyed him, but he put up with me. So thanks so much, man. And a bunch of folks over on the Super Mario Odyssey speedrunning Discord. They helped me a lot too. But yeah, that's it, man. If you're not subscribed to the channel, maybe do that. You could click on some stuff for some more videos. You can always follow me on Twitter. And I think that's enough plugs for one video. I'll see you all next time. Take care.